This evening I'm going to talk about my experience and opinion on the state of our country and society. I live in a relatively quiet area, and because of recent decision making on local government and public officials, that is not so slowly changing, and not in a good way. I have a couple little, towns that I go to for groceries and whatnot. It's not too far of a drive from where I live. And those places have always been matched the needs of the local people. We have one grocery store, one gas station, like a little corner store or whatever, because the people around here are mostly older, maybe retired. It's just a quiet area. But in the last 3 to 5 years, we have seen a drastic increase in the amount of people there are in the surrounding area. And all of this housing and development has happened in this span of time. And apparently the people who make decisions for this area or for any city they get paid for every building or establishment that is built. And that means that if you want to make $1 million, if you want to be a millionaire and you're a public servant, all you need to do is cram a bunch of houses or townhouses or condos or whatever together into one piece of land, and you get paid. And that's what our officials have been doing, apparently. And a lot of it's been done without a lot of the locals knowing. And it's just kind of crept up on us. And because of that, there's all this new development happening. But like development that does not help the local community. Like, we do not need 3 gas stations that all intersect each other with a roundabout. Like, that's the type of shit that's been going on. Like, we literally have 3 fucking gas stations, all in the same, like, all on 4 sides. Like it's a kingdom or something, like different kingdoms. And this type of housing that is being put in is like the lowest income housing possible, because they're basically just cramming a bunch of shit together. Basically what they're doing is they're spending the least amount of money possible to get the most amount of buildings built, and they're getting payouts for it. They're getting paid for it. That's the only reason why they're doing it, because there's no good reason. None of the locals want this. Nobody wants this. It's not helping. It's actually making certain parts of the area where this is happening, it's increasing crime exponentially. Like, it's becoming unrecognizable. Now we have these big signs that say that you have to, make sure you lock your cars when you get out of your car because of increase in crime. And you see people just like standing around. We have I guess we had to put in like some sort of bus transit system now, which doesn't make any sense, because I guess it seems like the people who are moving in hordes and masses that we don't have anything to provide for. We had, we have like one grocery store, and all these people are coming in, and they're not, half of them don't even have cars. And like, it's sad to say, but it's becoming uncomfortable and unsafe increasingly. I feel increasingly unsafe in my own area because of this. And the reason I point this out is because the people, myself included, the local people who live here and work here are being affected. There's so many more traffic accidents, so many car accidents, cars being broken into, people who don't have anything going on, just kind of walking around or standing around, like outside of, like in parking lots and stuff, and asking for money. It's actually insane. It's because the decisions that are being made for people's own gain, and not for the community and not for the betterment of our city and town and county. And it disgusts me. And I think that if it's happening to me, I can imagine it's happening elsewhere, in other cities, in other states, in other areas of the country, because the fact remains that if the fact is that for some reason, through certain loopholes and the situation is that it seems that the officials of cities and the people who make decisions for us, they don't get paid to do the right thing. They don't get paid to help the community. They don't get paid to do the right thing. If they want to get paid, if they want a lot of money, and these people, the people who are in these, local government positions, it just seems like it's really easy for them to tend to be greedy people. Like, I'm obviously casting a blanket statement when I say this, but it's just so easy for these people to make these types of decisions for their own gain, and the rest of us are the ones that suffer. Because like I said, no one in their right mind would choose to have 60,000 people move in to low-income housing in an area where nothing is going on. Nothing's going on around here. Why do we have all these random people that I have never seen before and I don't know where they came from? It's like they get dumped off here and we don't have jobs for them. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And the reason it doesn't make any sense is because there is no logical sense. And that's the problem. It's a monetary thing. It's because it's profitable. It's because the people who are making these decisions, they get paid to do this. And that needs to change. And I don't think it's going to change. Because why would it? But yeah, it's extremely frustrating. Like when I'm out here, every single evening, I'm starting to hear people drive by extremely fast, extremely loud, blasting music, screaming. People screaming as they're driving. I don't know why they're screaming when they're driving. What part of driving makes you scream? It doesn't make any sense. It's fucking ridiculous. I was away for not even a year, not even a full year, and I come back and this area has deteriorated at an insane rate, to the point where some parts are unrecognizable, and what used to be a quiet little pocket of grocery slash necessities slash entertainment, like a movie theater or something, like one of those little stops where you can go to Costco, or you can go to McDonald's or whatever. It's like those places used to be quiet, and they used to be manageable, and now there are literal, it's like there's homeless people there now, and it doesn't make any sense because I don't live in a city. I don't know where these people are coming from, but the reason they're here is because the people in charge are putting they're buying up land, they're buying up farmland, they're cutting down trees. There's been so much woodland in these past couple years that have been cut down to put in a bunch of, it's either low-income housing or gas stations. There's no, to me, when I see that, there's no real point in that. There's no point in the way that they are expanding. You can expand in a good way, but the way that they're expanding is destructive, and it has only been bad. There has been nothing good that has come from that. The roads have become crowded. People are crashing into each other. Crime has increased. And it just doesn't feel safe anymore. And I suspect that in the next 5 to 10 years, this area is going to be a shithole, unfortunately. It's sad to say, because I really do cherish I live in a historical area, and I'm just seeing that the historical preserved aspects of this area be kind of uprooted, not kind of, but completely uprooted and just turned into like a ghetto. And to know that the reason is so that some clown who represents me for some fucking reason gets a fat paycheck. It's maddening. None of the locals are happy about this. I've talked to multiple people. I don't even have to say anything. I just, there's this local guy that does seafood and stuff, and I hadn't seen him for a while because like I said, I've been gone, and I just saw him for the first time, and I didn't even say anything. I just asked how things were, and he got straight to the point and said that, he pointed out exactly what I've been experiencing. He doesn't want to go out on the road anymore. He doesn't want to go to these certain parts where he used to go. And he's watching his own hometown get turned to shit. I just see shit that I never thought I would see in this area. and I'm not even exaggerating when I say all of this. Like, I see people walking around in the street, like in the street. They're not even using the sidewalk. And they're just walking around aimlessly. And I don't get it. It's all because someone's getting paid. It's madness. I don't know about you, but I just feel like what I'm experiencing is kind of an overarching theme of America right now, or in general. It's greed and cutting corners. You know, I've been in other countries where food is cheaper and food is better. The ingredients are better. Like, can you explain to me why America has worse ingredients in the same brand of foods? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, in Canada, the same food, whether it's mac and cheese or a fucking Reese's bar, it's different. It tastes shit here and it tastes better in Canada. And I'm using Canada as an example because it's not even like it's a different, like, it's not even across the world. It's literally like our neighbor, and it's the same brand, and the ingredients are different. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's not just that it tastes worse. Like, you compare the ingredients and the ingredients are different. And this is just the phenomenon of America. We cut corners. I just see it everywhere. I see it in every aspect of our existence. We're just cheap, unfortunately. We're cheap and we are apathetic. And I do feel like this country is turning into a shithole. At least right now. Hopefully it gets better, but the trend I see right now is that it's not getting better, it's getting worse. Fucking McDonald's is more expensive here. Can you explain to me why McDonald's is more expensive in America than in Canada? In fucking Toronto, a quarter pounder is like at least $2 cheaper than it is in America. In Toronto, it's cheaper. It's like $2 USD cheaper. Everything on the menu is cheaper. And for what? Like, I feel like in America, you literally have to make your own food, because if you eat out anywhere, even at fast food, it's just fucking expensive. You're spending, like, I can't believe because I love McDonald's. McDonald's is like, if I want to eat out, I'll go to McDonald's. But it's like here in America, it's like I'm spending like $18 for not even for like a lot. It's just that it just adds up. And in other places, it's like $10. It just doesn't, it's crazy. And you're paying extra money for food and everything so that you can live in a dangerous area, an increasingly dangerous area where people in power are they're getting paid to make bad decisions, where they're just cramming a bunch of people together, and they're only spending money on like housing that only attracts people that are not beneficial to the community. It just doesn't, it's fucked. It's absolutely fucked. I don't like it. I'm someone who I very much despise degeneracy and I just feel like America is degenerate. Our culture is degenerate. The things that we glorify is degenerate. It's just fucked. And it makes me bitter. It definitely increases my desire to move somewhere else, find a better place, but I feel like the world in general, when I look at the state of other countries, it seems like the world is just becoming more and more violent and apathetic and degenerate. It doesn't seem that way. That's how it is, unfortunately. When you look at what's going on and you look at the crime and you look at the statistics, it's something that's going on in every country almost. A lot of countries. And it's very depressing, I think. I feel like the world has become lost. I feel like we as humans, as a species, have kind of forgotten what's important, and we're like currently we're just kind of in a state of manic it's like we're in a state of first of all, we're in a state of denial, and we're in a state of ignorance, and we're resisting real problems. It's like we're it's like we're numbing ourselves of reality, or we're like blocking it out, and we're just kind of allowing our surroundings to become degraded and deteriorated and rotten. I really hope that people will start to wake up more and be able to be more proactive. I feel like a lot of people in power are they either have ill intentions or they just want to ignore what's going on. They just want to block it out. And I think it's kind of reflecting in society and civilians too. I think we're just chasing a lot of garbage and rejecting what's good. That's what it feels like. All I wish for is that the degeneracy ceases to be, and that there can exist societies that keep degeneracy out and are able to listen to the people and care about the people and care about having harmony and not make decisions based off of greed or hate or apathy or just clouded judgment. I just feel like every judgment is clouded nowadays. There's no more logic. I feel like the decisions that are being made globally and within America too are just they're emotion based and they're not smart. And I'm not smart enough to fix everything. I'm not claiming to be a genius. I'm not claiming to have an answer that works for everyone, but I hope that I know that there are smart people out there, and I hope that they are able to put their noggins together and work to create good and preserve good rather than to feed poverty and evil and lawlessness and suffering.